In his conversations with his counterparts, has the president received any reassurances that the 2 American women will be released today, and if not today, in the next 2 days?
We hope that they will be released today, but we won't know until we see the list and we see who actually comes across. We want to get them released right away.
When do you expect to see the list, and are there any holdups that you are still working through now?
I'm not aware of any other additional holdups now that the one sticking point was whether 2 mothers could come out with their children. It looks like that has been resolved, and they will be. I mean, my goodness, I mean, we're talking about letting little kids go without their moms. So that got resolved, and that's a good thing. But again, we'll have to see. We won't really know who comes out, regardless of the list itself, until you actually get them on the other side, on the receiving end, and can identify them and know, in fact, that who you have is who you thought you would have.
Do you have any information on the conditions of the other American hostages?
No, I think Steve asked that question. I don't have any more information.
And lastly, have negotiations started about the next phase of the release, and that would include men?
Well, right now, we're focused on this extension here for 20 more hostages over the course of 2 days. And as I said in my opening statement, that extension applies only to women and children. So we're going to focus this a piece at a time. We're glad that we got to day 4 here. We won't breathe a sigh of relief until we know we've got today's hostages out. And the team is already working, our team working with our partners in the region, already working on this 2-day extension for 20 more. And as I said at the top, if we could extend that, we'll want to see it keep extending until we can get all the hostages out.
Thank you. Admiral, we're seeing that Saudi Arabia is pressuring other OPEC Plus members to reinstate those oil supply cuts. Wondering what your level of concern is and what you see as the impact on inflation in the U.S.
Well, I think I'll let OPEC leaders talk to their plans. As far as I know, there's been no announcements here of any production cuts, so we'll let them speak to that. The president's going to keep focusing, as he has been, on a healthy global market that's properly balanced and that can continue to bring the price of gasoline down here in the United States.
Thank you so much, John. CENTCOM is reporting that the carrier strike group Eisenhower has entered the Arabian Gulf. What message is Washington trying to send to Tehran with this? Does this mean that they're not heeding the call to not widen the conflict?
The great thing about aircraft carriers is they can move around pretty easily, and we move them around as needed to demonstrate our commitment to our national security interest in the region. Look, the message of the Ike and the message of the Ford, the message of the additional aircraft squadrons that we send into the region and the air and missile defense assets, all of that is one to any actor in the region, be it a nation state or otherwise, that this is not a time to try to take advantage of the conflict between Israel and Hamas and escalate or deepen this conflict, make it worse. That's the message that we're sending.
Is this targeted at Iran?
It's targeted at any actor in the region, nation state or otherwise, that might have considerations of widening this conflict.